Welcome indoor cycling fans to the extended highlights of Stage 2 in the Race Without Borders League. Here's the general classification after Stage 1 with Selker the Mexican leading, but he's not racing today, followed by a Brown and a Manasutte in third place. Imported to the Fast Forward team is this guy, it's PEETERS, currently in a 6th position. Today's race, the riders will do 3 laps of the Innsbruckring, doing 27 kilometers in total. There's one small climb of approximately 400 meters, of course repeated as well 3 times. Points can be scored, of course, at the finish line, but there's an intermediate sprint as well, starting at the 15.9 kilometer mark. But as you can see in the top right hand corner on the map, already a few riders are being dropped. Here's the second group with Klotz, Koster, Robertson, Van der Hop, Madsen and McDowell. They're just 10 seconds behind on the first group. Here's the third group with Mead, Bleeks, Kalnate, Sanford and Flynn. And just a Swedish rider Storm, 9 seconds in front of them. Switching over to the front of the race. So guys, if you like this league and if you watched last week as well, but you still haven't subscribed, maybe now's the time to do so. It would help us out a lot. It's appreciated by the entire team. Once again, a few riders are being dropped from the first group. Here you see it well. Top 10 riders. Farmer is still in this group. So Manasutte. Top 10, still up front, the Irish rider. This is the first climb of the day. On the left you can see the general classification once again. Position. Two teammates, Davies and Williams, are doing well, but also Brown is still up front. Good job from PEETERS. The Dutch rider Kramers, and burning legs, with an excellent climb. Here's Keulemans. He should be in support of PEETERS. PEETERS is an excellent climber, so hopefully Keulemans is able to catch up with the first group. Connor now in the second group. So a Swiss rider, Ott. Had a good race last week. We're 10.8 kilometers into this race, and as you can see, the first group right in front. The second group is definitely closing in. So good news for Bern, of course. Right behind the second group is the third group. So an exciting moment in the race. Ryan from Ireland was one of the guys pushing hard to close in on the first group. The difference is more or less the same. Although the second group is now closing in fast. First group only 4 seconds in front right now. Was in the second group. Well, these guys are racing hard, as you can see. They still find some time to throw some jokes around, but don't be mistaken, the pace is pretty fast at the moment. And after 13 kilometers, right in front of the start of the second climb, it looks like the second group finally caught up with the group in front. This means that last week's favorites are now up front once again. Second climb. positioned. So once again, general classification on your left. And now Kremers and Davis up front. Trying to move up as well. Ffwd from France with a good climb. Oh, Peters pushing hard. Almost 600 watts. Last couple of meters. Reaching the top in a third position. And these are the guys for the intermediate sprint. Keulemans trying to lead Peters. Looks like Peters is doing a good job, but something's wrong. He's doing 0 watts at the moment. His chain fell off. Definitely a pity there for Peters. He was well positioned. Now Keulemans has to wait for his teammate, and that's what he's doing. As you can see, he was up front there at the sprint. Now he just fell back in support of Peters. He's now pushing on himself. Trying to close the gap. At least control the time difference. Time difference now is 9 seconds. And every time Keulemans tries to move up to the front, Peters pushes on a little bit harder. Really some bad luck there on that intermediate sprint. Missing out on a few extra points maybe. And there's the third group. Only 3 seconds behind on Peters and Keulemans. They can still catch up with the first group. 18.4 kilometers into this race. At least the two riders are controlling the time difference pretty well. They're now joined by the group behind, the group with O'Connor. So Dutch rider Heren, who had an excellent race last week. Here's the sprint result. So in first position, Wells, followed by Manas Hutte. In third place, Bastian Zwak. In fourth, Stuart Williams, followed by Andrew Much in fifth place. After 20 kilometers, first group is back inside. Peters moving up to the front. Already wasted a lot of energy, of course. And that technical problem there on the intermediate sprint. And now he, it looks like he's closing, or at least trying to close the gap all by himself. Doing a 9 watts. Manages to do so. Hopefully Keulemans can follow as well. It even looks like Peters is pushing on. This doesn't make much sense. He already wasted a lot of energy and now he's pushing on in the front. I think it's better for him to ease off on the pedals. He's now in second place. Totally out of sight, and the first place is Holstein from Germany. Everyone's back together now. Now at the start of the last climb. Hopefully Peter still has some gas left in the tank. Once again, Dave is up front. Peters with an excellent push once again, leaving Kremers behind. Quite surprising, but another excellent climb by Peters. As you can see here on the downhill section, everything is coming back together. One of the favorites, Ffwd, is still up front. And here's Holstein. For the 3 kilometers left to go, it looks like Peters is on the attack. He's closing in on Holstein, only 5 seconds. Has a reasonable gap over the group behind, 4 seconds. Maybe he was just afraid to drop his chain once again. And gap now 5 seconds. Excellent push by Peters. In the back, a few riders have started to sprint fast as well. Here's Schmidt-Peter from Germany, followed by Edmundson, Wells, Kremers. Still job well done. So here's the final Zwift Power points ranking after stage 2. In first position there's Ffwd from the Netherlands, followed by Brown, 83 points. Wells, 75 points, and Selker, who didn't race today, from Mexico, 69 points, followed by Kremers. And in 7th place we have from the team PEETERS, who ended up in 12th position today. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed stage 2 of the Race Without Borders League. I hope to see you all again next week. Right on!